So yeah, last we left off, we done the monster quest. Yeah, this one. This one. Navasa, what's up, buddy? How are you? How's Legend of the Tonberries Trail to Cold Jeffe going? It's going fantastic. A little tired, but you know, we're gonna make through. Something seems amiss here. The town isn't usually this noisy. Huh? Nightmare Run is going well. Heading into Nord? Dang, not wasting any time. I blame Enforcer 69 and EO for these Tonberry puns. Uh-huh. Blaming Spooters. Do I have a favorite Trails character so far? Out of the previous games, I do like Wazzy. This game in particular, I was asked earlier, Red Mage, about my favorite Class 7 character. If I had a singular favorite singular Class 7 character, and I said no. Multiple? Yes. All will be revealed in Chapter 6. Looks like that liner's back at the harbor. But who are those weird people around it? They look like soldiers from one of the provincial armies. It certainly seems that way. White and purple. I seem to remember seeing those colors back in Heimdall. I believe that combination of colors represents Lemaire provincial army. But Lemaire is on the other side of the Empire. What business could their provincial army have in Logengrin? Hey, looks like you're back. Milliam, Elliot, and Laura? Really? Interesting. Jeff has the Reen harem. Toval. Do you have any idea what's going on here? Word on the street is they requisitioned the liner from the wharf on the far shore. So why we're seeing Lemaire's provincial army and not Sutherland's is still kind of a mystery. Apparently, though, some big shot noble is visiting the Viscount as we speak. Another noble visiting father? Who could possibly? That's a bit concerning. Well, if you're curious, why don't you go and take a look for yourselves? Since you returned from the highway, that means you took care of that monster, right? Well, that is true. Actually, there was something we wanted to ask you about regarding that. The group gave a brief description of the monster they fought to Toval. A mechanical monster, you say? Toval? You have some idea as to what it might be? Well, I'm not sure, but I think I'll go have a look at what's left of it just in case. Anyway, good work out there, guys. Here's your reward. You material. I'll leave to checking out what's going on to the Viscount's mansion to you. Huh. He definitely seems like he knows something we don't. Well, for now, there's no harm in leaving the matter to him. Right, we should see what's going on at Laura's house. Agreed. Like monks, because there's no foolish wand waving or silly incantations where they can kick ass. So Milliam, I mean, she hits like a truck. I think they said Viscount last time. Bum, 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 Classy dog.
Strutting around another lord's territory. How pompous can you get?
It sounds like there's a real VIP here.
Well, let's return to the manor for now.
Onward, Reen, onward. Oh. Hey, isn't that... There's no need to be so hasty. At least give my proposal some thought. Your attendance would add an extra degree of prestige to our gathering. I'm merely the lord of a minor rural region. Surely you overstate the importance of my presence. A man's worth is decided not by himself, but by those he rubs elbows with. And while I'm sure you understand, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do anything to cause any unnecessary conflict. I'm not sure giving combat training to the Imperial Army is something you ought to be doing either. After all, neither of us want any trouble now, do we? And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. Oh, and my compliments on the excellent tea. I am honored, Your Grace. See ya. Excuse us. My, if it isn't young Laura. And Eustace Alberea, too. It's a pleasure to see you again, Your Grace. I appreciate all you continue to do for my father. You must know him. Yeah, but look how tense they are. I wasn't expecting him to show up here, of all people. That's Duke Cayenne, head of the foremost of the four great houses and ruler of the port city of Ortus. His authority extends over the entire province of Lemaire to the west. I'd love to stay and talk a while, but I'm afraid other urgent matters call me away. I'll endeavor to arrange another opportunity for us to meet in the near future. But for now, I bid you farewell. Oh? What have we here? So you're Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, huh? How do you... Oh, I just happened to do a little leisure time reading on your class. Not a bad looking bunch. Good, good. Enough with the chit chat. His Grace awaits. Excuse us. See ya, kids. I don't trust them. Who are those men? They don't look like soldiers from a provincial army, that's for sure. And they did seem to know about our class. I assume they're personal bodyguards hired by Duke Cayenne. Why is Shulk a member of the Turks? Oh, wow. Father? You needn't look so concerned. However, it seems like they've finally begun to act. The noble faction has begun acting in secret. Indeed. For the past months, they've been quite active behind closed doors. No doubt they're trying to reaffirm their unity, holding conference after conference all across the country. Of course, I'm sure this isn't news to your youngest classmate. Well, yeah. The intelligence division's all on edge, wondering whether they're about to start a full-scale conflict with the reformists. Seriously? So that's what they've been up to, scurrying around all this time. But since Duke Cayenne's basically the leader of the noble faction, I sure wasn't expecting him to come all the way out here in person. Nor was I. They appear to be planning a large conference in the near future to be attended by all members of the noble faction. The Duke came all the way out here to insist that I attend. But Father, you're not even a member. Quite right. Quite right, my lady. Your father has long kept his distance from the faction. In the same way, he also kept space between himself and the reformists, preferring to remain neutral. However, they're convinced that all nobles should belong to the noble faction as a matter of course. I've heard they've been quite forceful in bringing those nobles who don't support the faction into their ranks. Would I be correct in assuming that my family is involved in all of this? I'm afraid so. There's been some disagreement over whether Duke Cayenne or Duke Alberea should lead the four great houses, but I expect that either would bring the same platform to the table. Eustace, if you don't mind me asking, do you happen to know where my family stands on this issue? You needn't worry about your family's allegiances. Lord Schwarzer is widely known as an even more obstinate man than I. I can't imagine that he'd have any interest in supporting the questionable actions of other nobles. I see. I'm actually a little relieved to hear you say so. Hold on a moment. Perhaps there's a move we can make after all. I'm afraid I'll be leaving Legram again on another of my little trips. I apologize for the suddenness, but please tend to things in my absence. As you wish, my lord. Father? Wow, well, that was sudden. I believe in acting swiftly and decisively. I intend to establish contact with all of the nobles who have remained neutral in the ongoing factional conflict, so as to prevent them from being taken in by the noble faction's coercive methods. Ah, Father? A prudent course of action, I think. In that case, I'd be happy to come with you. Toval? What are you doing here? Ah, so you're here as well. Wouldn't miss the chance to catch a glimpse of the majestic Duke Cayenne. Did you know he left in a limousine that came all the way from Bereahard? Wait, then it couldn't have. Did it belong to the Alberea family? Well, Rufus Alberea got into it, so yeah, I'd say that's likely. Couldn't ask for a classier escort. I like to call him Cayenne Pepper. I mean, why not? It's a spicy. What's up, Dan? How are you, buddy? So Rufus was here. Well, he is the heir to the Alberea family. Considering our visitor was none other than Duke Cayenne, it's not at all surprising that Rufus would pick him up. But I know you didn't just come here to volunteer your company on my trip. Well, it just so happens that these guys here brought me a pretty curious story. We've got confirmation that a mechanical monster appeared on the highway outside Legram. Is that so? I believe this is the first time one's appeared since the counter-offensive Sir Cassius launched 2 years ago. Oh, timelines. Timelines. Tired and yet ready to do stuff. And yourself? I am the same way, Dan. I am the same way. Okay, just going back to Sky. So yeah, this is yeah, okay, understood. I know where this is to. Yeah, that's right. Come to think of it, that was the first time we met, wasn't it? It was indeed. What a strange coincidence. Have any others been found in the area? Nothing so far. This is just a hunch, but I suspect it may have been released as a diversion. I concur. Perhaps having you come with me is the best course of action after all. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Father? It sounds like there's a lot more going on here than just factions butting heads. Sorry, I can't say anything for certain just yet. But if we turn up anything concrete, I'll be sure to tell Sarah, and she'll pass it on. Like poetry. It's like poetry. It rhymes. George Lucas. All right. Here's what I got for you this afternoon. Calling all fishermen. Could someone catch me the elusive gold salmon? Find me at Apricot's Inn for more details and for more detailed information. Back to work. Hopefully work goes smoothly for you, Games 5. We're going fishing. When you finish up for the day, I'd appreciate it if you could head to the guild and file your reports. I left you a note on the counter telling you how to do it. Nothing too difficult. Got it. Leave it to us. Just make sure to lock up before you leave for the night. Someone else should be coming in to take care of things tomorrow. Understood. We'll do our best to take care of the guild in your absence. I wish you well in your studies, and I hope you'll forgive me for leaving so suddenly. Not to worry, Father. I'm used to it. Thank you again for your hospitality, and for agreeing to a duel. I look forward to our next meeting. As do I. You show great promise as a swordsman. I hope you'll continue to devote yourself to your studies and training alongside my daughter. I'm honored, sir. In fact, I hope all of you will look past her uncouth father and continue giving her your friendship and support. As a single father, the fact that I've yet to hear any tales of budding romance concerning my daughter has me worried. Father, it would be our pleasure. She sure does seem popular with the girls, though. I pray you have a safe journey. Thank you for all you've done for us. Catch you later, then. Give my best to Sarah. Why must he always be so... Honestly, you've got one amazing dad. Free-spirited, open-minded, not to mention incredibly strong. Having met him, I can tell how you grew up like you did. Huh? Reen's right, you know. You're living proof that great parents lead to great children. I suppose having someone like him in your life as a role model would naturally lead you to aspire to greatness. Well, that or feel woefully inadequate in comparison and develop an inferiority complex. But all told, you're living proof the daughter of the Arcede house has grown up sound in mind and body. Stop teasing me at once. Moving on, Tolfal had entrusted us with looking after the guild. We may have only half a day remaining, but we still have our duties to fulfill. Look at her, trying to change the subject. I am not. Oh, Laura. One additional quest was added. After you return to the guild, file your report. The time of day will advance to evening and the main story will proceed. That's Laura. da, da. Da, 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 da. What do I think of the females of Logengrin? Everybody's an interesting character in this. That's all I will say. What's up, Reen? They each have their own uniqueness to them. I like it. I like it. They're nothing compared to the Julia Schwartz fan club in Gransel. That, I mean, you got me there. The only fishing quest I hated was in Sky SC, catching fish for Anton. I gave up to continue the story. I can't remember if I did that one. I actually can't remember if I did that one. Def avoiding the issue? Hey. I'm gonna have my own opinions on everything eventually. It may just not be at the time of going through parts of the game. But we're gonna have a big discussion later on about all the characters, NPCs, that type of stuff, even all the games. Rishi Mao fan club, probably larger. Then you got the Tio fan club. You can't forget the Tio fan club. Mishi. Hey there, Cindy. What brings you here? Oh, good day. You wouldn't happen to have seen Toval today, would you? I did, but I'm afraid he's currently out of town attending some business. I see. Do you need something from the guild? Hey, it's nothing too important. Well, Toval did leave us in charge of the guild for the day. Oh yeah, and we're right here. So just ask us if you need anything. That's right. Helping others is what the guild does, and that's what we're here for, too. Lady Laura, I can't simply ask you to give up your time for my sake. But if you insist, then I suppose. I happen to be looking for some luminous grass, you see. Oh? I can't recall ever hearing of such a plant before. I assume it's well known here in Logengrin. That's right. It's a rare flower that grows in the surrounding countryside. It has an unusual trait of blooming only on sunny days and only when the previous day was foggy. That certainly is an issue. Is unusual. I guess that'd make today an ideal day to go find some then. That's correct. That's why I made my way to the guild to ask Toval to find some for me. But as you just informed me, he isn't in today. I can't really go out onto the highway on my own because of the monsters though, so I'm at a loss as what to do. So would you be willing to go and gather some for me instead? Let's do it. Let's do it. Leave it us. Really? Thank you so much. I have a pretty good idea as to why you might want it, but allow me to ask. I assume you're planning to make a charm, right? That's correct. A charm? In Logengrin, when someone you hold dear embarks on a long journey, it's a tradition to make a charm for them. Then you give it to that person to take with them, and it's supposed to bring them good luck. Wow. I'd never heard of any traditions like that. It's a custom that stretches all the way back to the Middle Ages. It's said it began when people offered charms to members of the Eisenritter as they let left for distant battlefields. Fascinating. So how's the luminous grass used to make these charms then? Well, the traditional way has you place one of its petals within the charm itself. Because of how the flower blooms, people believe they had the power to clear away fog. And because of that, the flower came to symbolize victory over chaos. Wow, that's pretty deep. Yeah, that actually sounds like a really cool charm. Have you ever been given one, Laura? I have, actually. Cindy gave me one right before I left for Thor's. Saria and Chloe both gave me one too. I keep them on my desk at the academy. When I look at them, it always makes me feel a little closer to home. They're some of my most prized treasures. I'm so pleased to hear you say that. She really does care for Laura, doesn't she? I think we could safely assume so. Back to the luminous grass, though. What exactly does it look like? It's the only flower with white petals that grows around here, so that'll be the easiest way to find it. It may be rare, but we should be able to find one if we search the Ebel Highway. I've heard they're found more frequently at higher elevations, particularly near steep cliffs and the like. Well, with that much information, we ought to be able to find one. Let's start the search while we still have plenty of daylight. Yeah, time for some... Oh my god. Time for flower power! Thank you very much. Good luck. I look over at chat and the first thing I see Jim say is, various things about Rishi are larger than average. Sip. You know what, Reen? I like Tita. I thought she was very cute. However, she was a glass cannon. She was a glass cannon. I'm going to say, make the assumption that I have to go up there. Yeah, she never got the mech until the 3rd. Ah, damn it. Well, I should be the first one who catches this most elusive of fish. I wonder what it must taste like. I can simply wait. Simply can't wait to find out. Oh boy. She's also underage, yes. Yes. Oh look, monkey.
What a large monster. We'll need to be careful.
Let me take the advantage.
This will take everything we have.
My turn. All right. There.
Right. Hey.
Left.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now.
It's my turn.
And her dad trained. Yeah, that's true.
Of course. Huh? Evil will fall before my blade.
That's true. Sabbath. Figured it'd be up here. I figured. There it is. Oh my, what pretty flowers. They look so clean and white. Are these luminous grass? They are. You can still see beads of dew clinging to them. The sunlight shining through the droplets make the flowers shine. They're so shiny. Here, allow me. All right, we should take this back to Cindy at once. Right, let's not waste time. We will not waste time. We have a lot to do tonight. We have many things to do tonight, actually. We must do the things. We must do the things. Monkey.
It's enormous. Stay on.
Watch out. This is a tough one.
Oh shit, we got a red panda too. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
My turn. Huh? Off guard.
Here.
Budget palms.
Leave it to me.
I love it.
Go.
You took CP. You took the CP. You must die.
Now. Let's keep going.
Do the do. Drink Mountain Dew. You know what I miss? Mountain Dew Code Red. Although
Just
Mountain Dew
getting
is like
started.
one of those soft drinks that
A matter of course.
it's like one of the worst for you. Treasure Sword. Attack set area medium. Seal 50. Fear freeze 50. Class A. Seals foe in ice and shatters it. Unbalanced plus 20. Interesting. Am I continuing to prove to be an explosion caster? I mean, why not? Why not? Code Red is delicious and better than regular Mountain Dew. I agree. I agree. Can anybody remember Coca-Colas? I don't know if anybody down like the US and anywhere else outside of Canada has it, but can anybody remember Mellow Yellow? It was like Coca-Cola's version of Mountain Dew. Dark Fantasy Realms, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. They still sell Code Red. Saw it at a gas station a few weeks ago. See, here in Newfoundland, we don't get it. We're just deprived. All I'm gonna say, we're just deprived. Still have Mellow Yellow. See, it sucks living on an island. I'm just gonna put it out there. It sucks living on an island. Getting better day by day yourself. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm a little bit tired, but that's not going to stop me from having a good time with everybody and playing some trails. It's still obtainable as far as I know. Yeah, it's... See, I can't drink Mellow Yellow anymore, even if we did have it, because... well, let's just say that the taste of Mellow Yellow tastes like lambs now. Awesome to hear. I remember in middle school, Coke had an energy drink called Vault, and that was my favorite for the longest time. Interesting. Did you know that an energy drink has less sugar than a can of Coke? Towards the end of 3 right now. I'm gaming my ass off trying to deal with recovery shit. One thing to take your mind off it. I hope that cough is getting better. During my first run of this game, I did this quest and everything for it, but forgot to talk to a girl, so I had to reload. Oh my lord, Dan. Ah. Although I did that in one of the earlier chapters. I was like, okay, it was, where was it? Oh, it was when we were visiting, when we had to free Machias from the jail and that. I forgot to pass in one of the optional quests before I ended the night, and I wouldn't go back and do it. I wouldn't reload. I was like, nope, not doing it. Nope, that's it. Little by little, not coughing as much as I was. That's good. That's good. I usually get that bronchitis cough when seasons change and when my allergies act up. So I can just imagine what you were going through. Welcome back, Lady Laura. I see you managed to find some luminous grass. No, we did. Here you go. It's not a chest cough either. It's dry. Yeah. Those dry coughs are very annoying. Thank you so much. Now all that's left is to make sure that petals don't wither away. I see you're wasting no time. You have a special man in mind, don't you? I hope he returns your feelings. Please don't misunderstand, Lady Laura. I might be making it for a man, but there's no special meaning or underlying feelings there. I'm just doing this as a way to offer my thanks to him. Your thanks? Might I ask what it is you're thanking him for? Well, you see, Saria and I were out on the highway not long ago, but somehow we ended up quite a distance from the road lamps. And it was just the two of you out there alone? That seems awfully dangerous. It was. And you might imagine we were beset by monsters. However, one of the disciples of the Arseed school happened to be passing by and saved us from our predicament. He escorted us both back to town, but as soon as we'd return, he left for training hall and resumed his practice. So in the end, we didn't really have the chance to thank him properly. Sounds like a pretty cool guy. I like how he departed so gallantly at the end, too. True, he was very dashing, but still, I did feel terrible about not being able to thank him for his selfless deed. Soon after, I learned that the disciples of the Arseed school all one day leave Logengrin to return to their homes. So you decided to make a charm for him. Your heart's in the right place, and your intentions are noble. I'm sure a disciple of the school would be more than happy to receive what we call the charm of promised victory. Yes, that's exactly it. You understand now, Lady Laura? I'm deeply grateful to him, but you'll forever be the only one in my heart. Yes, I think I understand what you're saying perfectly. Do you really think she has no feelings for him, though? Not even a little bit? A maiden's heart holds many unknowable secrets. Oh yes, that reminds me. I've yet to properly thank you for your help, so please take this berry brooch. Did you make this yourself? I did. It's not the same kind of charm, but I put my heart into making it all the same. I wasn't able to make one for everyone, but I hope it'll come in handy on your journey. Oh, this is pretty cute. Thank you very much. Hey. Yeah, the bad cough usually happens like when I get that bronchitis cough every winter too. It's usually when things are like really dry. Or like if when I lived in a damp apartment, like we lived in an underground apartment, it was really damp, and I always had it. I think it's genetic too, because my uncle has the same thing. Oh, hello everyone. Have you come all the way after seeing the request I sent Tolval? That's right. You're in search for some sort of elusive fish, correct? I am. I feel I should apologize for asking you guys to help me with a personal request, but are you up for it? If you are, I can share the details with you right now. You're in luck. Our schedule just happens to have an opening. Ah, thank you very much. Just like the request mentioned, I want you guys to seek out a certain elusive fish for me. It's a peculiar variety of salmon known as the gold salmon. Just like the name says, its body has a golden glow, not unlike the look of Goldia herself. It must be an exquisite fish. fish. It sounds rather garnish, honestly, but I'd have to see it to judge for myself. Have you ever seen this fish before, Wyber? Unfortunately, all I know are what I've heard from the rumors. Bem, who usually fishes at the back of the inn, it's actually the one who told me about it. Its golden color isn't the only distinctive trait either, he said. He mentioned that its flavor is to die for, too. Oh, now you've got my attention. I'm afraid I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a taste myself. That's certainly understandable. After hearing so much about it, I wanted nothing more than to try it. I've been bugging Toval about it for quite a while now, and now it seems like, thanks to you, I might finally get my chance to try it. Fishing, huh? I guess bracers even take on jobs like this. This fish is so elusive, though. What are the chances we could even catch one before the day's end? That does seem to be the most obvious issue here. Is it even possible to catch this fish in Lake Ebel? Doesn't seem so, unfortunately. Ben mentioned that he did catch several of them here at one point, but he hasn't found one on the end of his line for several decades now. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know. How would we go about catching it then? And where? Well, I've actually received some promising info from Toval that put me back on the trail. He claims he's seen a golden sparkle in the river along the highway several times now. All the sparkle sightings have been in different locations, though. Well, at least that narrows down our search to the river. True. It'll be much easier than trying to search the lake, would it? We might be able to find it then. I know it won't be easy, but I'd be pleased as punch if you did catch one. But now that I think of it, do you have the right tools for the job? Sure do. I brought my rod with me. Will this work? Let's see what you got there. Green showed his rod to Wyber. My word, this is Lake Lord Company's highest grade fishing rod. The golden salmon is supposedly quite a hefty fish, but catching it should be no issue with this. You must have fishing in your blood, and if you have a rod like this nice. Thanks. Allow us to make our way then. Yeah, let's go. Fish! Well, I hope that I hope the recovery goes quickly and that you can get back to your old self. Green has a bad habit of showing his rod to people. I mean, at least he shows his rod and doesn't, you know, verbally, how can I put this? Verbally threaten people with said rod, like a certain young bracer. So, you know, she can be ultra violent. What's up, Trails? How are you, buddy? That shiny golden glow. I simply can't wait to catch it. This seems like a good spot to fish, but I wasn't expecting someone to be here already. She seems to be an ordinary civilian, and a noble at that. I'm surprised she strayed this far from town. Should we try to talk to her? Yeah, might as well. Excuse me, can we talk to you for a moment? Who are you? Wait, I recognize you. You're that military academy student who saved me in my hour of need several months ago. Oh yeah, I think we did meet once before. Oh, so you know her? Yeah, we ran into her while we were out in Celtic on our first field study. Now I remember, one of our tasks involved delivering a lost wallet to its owner. And it just so happened that the wallet belonged to this lady in front of us. I see. I'm very grateful for what you did for me. Sadly, that wallet has become rather lighter since you returned it to me. Oh? might we ask what brings you out here? I would have thought that was obvious. I'm trying to catch my dinner, of course. Some may think of fishing as a leisurely hobby, but I would beg to differ. It's proven to be essential survival skill. I see. I don't remember being anything like this the last time. So what inspired you to come this far out of town to fish? You could have just sat on a dock in Logengrin, right? She could have, yes. Logengrin is conveniently situated right on the shores of Lake Ebel, after all. Surely it wasn't necessity to brave the dangers of the highway to come out this far just to fish. That's where you're wrong, I'm afraid. A first-class angler needs a first-class spot. Easy fishing on the shores of a peaceful lake just wouldn't satisfy me. What is with this woman? She's certainly a unique individual. Sounds like you're after something special, if I had to guess. Indeed I am. I've come here seeking the elusive gold salmon. I heard tales of it from a gentleman in Logengrin by the name of Bem. But he also informed me that it cannot be found in Lake Ebel, which is what led me to this spot. And sure enough, not long ago, I finally caught a glimpse of a gold glimmer beneath the water's surface here. A golden glimmer. That sounds a lot like what Tolval said he saw too. Looks like this must be the spot then. I should have known that you would be searching for it too. Very well then. Let us compete to see who can catch the gold salmon first. That's not really what I had in mind when we came out here. That aside, we seem to have found our location. True enough. Let's get fishing. You folks clearly have not seen Elliot wields his rod. Damn it, dragon! Of course, that's how you make an entrance. I'm doing all right. I'm glad tomorrow's going to be Friday, though. I'm glad it's. I'm glad we're starting the stream week off right too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This looks like a nice spot. That's a catch.
Impossible. You caught a cold salmon before me? How can this be happening? Now you're making me feel kind of bad about it. Still, thank you very much for telling us about the gold glimmer you saw. We may not have thought to fish here if not for your guidance. Fair play is a necessary element in any competition. Think of nothing of it. Besides, I simply paid the price for underestimating you. It was my fault that I lost. I thought my experiences over the past several months have strengthened me, but it seems I still have room to improve. And improve I shall, until one day I'm known across the land as the finest angler in all of Erebonia. Well then, I bid you a good day. Yeah, more power to you. So, are you meant to get the salmon on the first try?
Caught one.
Because if not, what is this RNG that I get? Did on all of your runs? Okay.
Not bad.
Well, we caught the fish. I don't mind you telling me. Like, I feel that should be like, you fish until you actually get it. You know, I think RNG should play a factor.
Guess who?
Dunberry in the house. Boke.
Hey! That didn't feel good!
Hey there, everyone. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the legendary gold salmon you have there? Defying all the odds, it actually is. Here you go. Rain handed over the gold salmon to Wyber. Oh my, it's so beautiful. I really can't thank you enough. It's even more splendid than in Bem's tall tales. Now I can see why people liken its appearance to Goldia too. So, when are you gonna cook it for us? Really now? I see you're as curious about its taste as I am. Naturally, I have every intention of sharing the taste of this triumphant catch with all of you. As for how to bring out the finest flavor, river fish tend to be best suited to grilling, so just wait a few minutes while I fire up the grill. I'm kind of looking forward to this now. And to think we got some food from one of our morning tasks, too. It feels like we've just been stuffing our faces today. I mean, don't complain about free food. And so it was that with forks held high, they all dug in and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. How did Gaius and Eustace end up with Billiam? Well then, what do you guys think? Where do I even start? Well, the amount of fat was just perfect, sublime even. Agreed. I never would have imagined it would taste this exquisite. I'm glad to see my earlier skepticism was wholly unwarranted. It's hard to believe that this was just grilled. Yeah, I didn't even think that you could get a fish this tasty. Glad you all liked it. Even I was surprised at how delicious it was. It just melts in your mouth. I feel like it's my duty to share it with the rest of the town now. Looks like I'll have to put in another request with Toval. I'm sure he'll gladly accept. Yeah, once he hears about how good it is, he'd have to be crazy to turn down the opportunity. You said it. Honestly though, I want to thank you again for all your help. Unfortunately, all I can offer is stock from the store. Please take it. Acerbic tomatoes! I wish you all the best with the rest of your field study. Thank you. Good day then. It was Sarah, she thought it'd be funny. What's up, Shadow King? Thus, the members of Group A brought their fruitful day of work to an end. And following the instructions Toval left for them, they began the not quite as exciting process of filing the paperwork. I mean, who likes doing paperwork, really? And Milliam's passed out. Oh, are you finished? Yeah, we just finished getting everything sorted out. Goodness, that was exhausting. That little brat. She could at least try and help instead of lying around like a house cat. I can't say I'm surprised. I doubt she's used to spending this long on such exciting tasks. Oh well, we're almost finished. All right then. Still, it really goes to show how top-rate Toval is. He fulfills a lot of requests on his own, and still has time to handle all the day-to-day realities of running a guild branch. Indeed. It's even more impressive when you consider that he finds time to visit other regions of the country as well. His mobility and knack for solving problems are exactly what one would expect from a bracer. The guild may have been forced out of the country, but he's still out there trying to help as many people as he can. Even when we were in Bereahard, he came to our aid. And if you look at all these records, it's clear that the people really trust him and rely on him for help. That's very true, but... Is something the matter? No, I was just thinking. If bracers play an essential role to the people of other countries, and they are not just as essential to Erebonians, well, you may be right. And not just because they help maintain public order and provide other services. That ideal, prioritizing the protection of the civilians above all else, is pretty noble. It's something people admire. That's certainly true. In many ways, it's the form of nobility that's beginning to fall by the wayside within Erebonia's aristocracy. I'm not sure the issue is as black and white as you'd have it. The guild is an organization first and foremost, and one based far too much on idealism, and far too little on practicality. Donations and public funding can only go so far in covering its operating costs. It's no stretch at all to say that with the Empire as it is now, the guild's removal was inevitable. That's what my brother said once when we discussed this. Eustace. Looks like his brother is weighing on his mind. I suppose that's another way to look at it. I have to admit, it sounds rather cold and dismissive, but it does carry more weight coming from Rufus Alberea. Emma! Damn it! Emma! They're so big! And soft. Milliam? Look at that. She doesn't even have to be awake to be irritant. Anyway, it shouldn't take too much longer to finish filing the rest of the reports. We should focus on getting everything done and returning to the mansion. Sounds good to me. Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh, you're the girl who works at Watteau's store, aren't you? Oh, Lady Laura. Is Toval here by any chance? I'm afraid Toval is out of town on business at the moment. Is something the matter? They haven't come home. Julian and Carno still haven't come back from the home from the castle. Wait, you don't mean... Did those two go to Logengrin Castle? Surely you don't mean to suggest they took a boat without any supervision. I'm afraid so. They said something about going on an adventure, then they took one of the boats without even asking. It's evening now, and they still haven't come back. This sounds like a serious problem. Yeah, and right when Toval is away from the guild, too. We'll just have to do whatever we can to help out. I agree. We can't just stand around and hope they'll come back. If we're to search the lake, we'll need a boat ourselves. I'll have Klaus prepare one for us at once. While you do that, I'll wake up Milliam and we'll have another look around the town to see if we can find them. Splitting up and searching the town does seem to be the best course of action. But thank you. Rest assured, we'll do all we can to find them. Emma cannot escape, no. Breen had it on his mind too. Anyway, groups searched the town from top to bottom, but they found no sign of the missing children. And by the time the other residents became aware of what was happening, evening had given way to night. It weighs on his mind, yes. Well, I think it's safe to say the boys aren't in town. Looks like they really did head out toward the castle on a boat. The lake's been calm and there's no sign of a boat on the water, so at least it's unlikely they capsized. Guess that leaves the castle then, right? Logengrin Castle was once the stronghold of the Eisenritter, and while the Arseed family is still its stewards, it's rare that anyone ventures inside. I hope nothing terrible has happened to them. Their parents are really worried too. I've asked them to stay at home and wait for us to contact them, but at this point all we can do is venture into the castle and see what we find. We have to use a boat now, do we not? We do. A couple students from the Arseed school are preparing an orbital boat for us as we speak. It does worry me that it has started to grow misty again, though. Well, let's head down to the wharf. Let's make sure all of our equipment is sorted out and we have everything we need just in case. Right, let's hurry. It's time! It's time! Water? As a matter of fact, I do have water. You have pizza? I'm jealous. I'm jelly. Like pizza. Pizza! Okay, safety save. Safety save. There's our boat. I see the orbital boat has been prepared. My lady. Yes, we just finished getting it ready for your departure. So this is an orbital boat, huh? It's kind of fun. This hardly seems like the time to be getting excited for a boat ride. I've operated orbital boats before, so I'll steer us to our destination. Alright, we'll leave it to you then. My lady, please wait. I still feel that we ought to be the ones going out and searching. You shouldn't have trouble yourself with the matters like this. I appreciate your concern, but as the Viscount's daughter, I feel this is a part of my duties to the people of Logengrin. It also happens to fall under the scope of our field study. Can't deny that. We'll do all we can to support her. You needn't worry. Very well. I doubt there's anything more I can say that'll get you to change your mind. The last patrol of the castle was just a few days ago, and there was no sign of anything unusual then. It shouldn't be that dangerous. Really? The wind blowing from the direction of the castle does feel pure. It's said that the castle's atmosphere is colder and clearer due to its connections with St. Sandlot and the Eisenritter. It's highly uncommon for monsters to settle there, so the children are most likely safe. Although it's impossible to rule out that the accident may have befallen them. Either way, we need to get over there and find out as soon as possible. Indeed, we should depart at once. Is everyone ready to depart? Good evening, Jeff. Oh snap, you're here. Hope you enjoy. I'm enjoying this to the fullest, Febs. How are you? Happy Thursday. Pizza flavored water? Really? Wait, no, water flavor pizza. Does water even have a taste? Despite our difference in pizza flavor opinions, I think we can agree people who eat pizza with a fork need to be thrown overboard. So what about if it's a panzerotti? Because a panzerotti is basically just a pizza folded in two. What do you think's waiting for us inside that castle? So, you passed out on the couch the moment we returned to the guild, but now you're simply popping with energy. Milliam, you know this isn't a game, right? I know. But as long as Lammy's with us, there's nothing to worry about. Let's just grab those kids so we can go exploring. Milliam. She doesn't seem nervous in the slightest. Did you guys just hear that bell? Yeah, it came from the direction of the castle. Well, Logengrin Castle does have a bell tower. But as far as I was aware, access to it has been sealed off. Then who's ringing it? A bell tolling at night in the old stronghold of the Eisenritter. We'd best be prepared for anything. We're almost there. Let's make sure we're prepared before we head ashore. Bell. What's up, Neo? How are you, buddy? That was an amazing scene with the castle. Oh, so good. Well, here we are. Hey, do you think that's the boat the children took? I can't imagine who else it would be. At least they appear to have reached the castle safely. Then it's safe to assume that they went inside as well. It's well past sundown now. We need to find them as soon as we can. Dan, not the castle? I mean, Dan's also good to look at. Looks like that. Look, oh my god. Looks like that path will take us up to the cliff. Right. That path will take us to the castle's entrance. Mind your footing, though. The night is dark and the trail uneven. Let's go.
So this is Saint Sandlot's old stronghold, Logengrin Castle.
This is the first time I've come here at night. Be careful of your footing.
Look at that scenery. Look at that sky. Legram in the background. So good. Love it. That castle looks like it's...
Whoa, what's that?
Something strange about the castle.
Is that glow just the moonlight?
Use as your background? Nice.
I've just about had enough of you.
Wow, cardboard. Wow. I feel like this is going to be like one of those spatial distortions when we walk in. Wow. I see how it is. You brought out the Ridley. Logengrin Castle.
So this is Logengrin Castle.
The ancient stronghold of Saint Sandlot, gathering place of the warriors of old. It looks even more beautiful up close.
Yeah, but what's up with that weird glow?
I've been here several times before, but I've never seen it like this.
I would have loved to know that. I know this takes place at a certain point, but just think now, if when they enter Logengrin Castle is the same time where in Azure we fight the Eisenritter and
I can sense a very strange wind
in
blowing from
Stargazer's
within.
Tower. That would be mind-blowing if that was the
Doesn't
case.
feel like monsters though.
I can feel it too. Like something is writhing around inside.
Yeah, the Stahlritter. Yes. That's what I meant. Pibbs. That's what I meant. Can you just imagine though if it happened the exact same time? Yes, play trails to find exclamation point play.
feared as much. I can definitely sense the presence of the dead.
Emma?
I'm all right, but we're going to need to tread carefully in there.
Right. There's no telling what may happen when we venture inside.
Emma's, I said this last stream, but I think Emma's like a sorceress or like a witch. Because
We should make certain we're ready before entering.
she, she has a talking cat, for one, and she uses magic. So something very strange happening here. Let's make sure we're ready for whatever we may find inside. Should we go in right away? Yes. Oh, good. A rest station. I love it.
It won't budge.
Did the door just seal itself shut on its own?
You stupid door! Lammy! Bust it open!
Well, that was unexpected.
No!
So not even Air Getlum can break us out of here?
I love this soundtrack.
It appears that there's a barrier in place.
What kind of barrier? Are you talking about that strange symbol that appeared on the door for a moment?
Or Lammy.
How would you know something like that, Emma?
Well, I've always had a pretty strong sixth sense about these kinds of things. So sometimes I can sense things that aren't visible to the naked eye. Sixth sense?
Mighty Millium defeated by ghosts. I was gonna say Mighty Millium defeated by a door.
Fascinating.
Come to think of it, this isn't the first time you've reacted strangely to unusual phenomena.
Eustace has a point.
I've heard that people from the church can make use of some strange powers. So are you a sister of the church or something?
Kind of the opposite. Oh, you got me. I've always been a big supporter of the church.
Very convincing, Emma. Very convincing.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Emma, just who are you?
What's that sound?
It's the bell we heard earlier.
Something's approaching to the left and the right.
Monsters, is it?
No. These are no ordinary beasts.
But we're going to have to fight them all the same.
We have nothing to fear.
My turn.
Space and water.
Leave it to me. There!
Come on!
My turn. Ha! We should keep going.
Shrunk much?
Looks like we beat them.
Are you all right, Milliam? What were those things?
No fun. Battles are short.
Mysterious spirits. Though perhaps it would be more appropriate to call them fiends. Either way, they were no ordinary opponents.
I feel like there's going to be a
The
longer
higher
fight.
elements seem to be present here as well. And I suspect that's true of the whole castle.
Yeah, it did feel that way. Though I'm still not sure what the ringing bell from earlier has to do with anything.
This place seems to be even more dangerous than we could have anticipated. And as long as that barrier remains in place, so will we. We're going to need to search for a way out.
Okay, Emma. It looks like we're going to need to rely on this sixth sense of yours in order to navigate this castle safely. You don't have to tell us anything if you're not comfortable. Right now, our safety is in your hands. Can we count on you?
Yes, of course.
All right. Then time is of the essence. With fiends like those roaming the castle, I'm even more worried about the children.
True. We should start looking right away.
We're going already! Can't we rest here a little longer?
Those fiends scare the strength right out of your legs?
No! That's totally not it!
You're more than welcome to stay here and wait.
Whoa, waiting by myself would be even worse!
All right, let's see what we can find.
Ah, a child at heart. Emma can now use the S-Craft, Lord Alberian. What's we got? Magic, attack, all. Turns all to dust with the light.
We have nothing to fear.
Never even seen them.
Here we go.
Okay.
My turn. Ta!
All right.
Now!
We're gonna save that in our
Let's
back
keep
pocket.
going.
Yeah, we're gonna save that in our back pocket because I want to see what that is like.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
Wandering armor.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Right. Ta! Off guard.
Here!
Now.
My turn. Go!
I'll help.
It's my turn. I go where the wind takes me.
I did it!
Not bad.
Not bad. Right wing, left wing. We'll go right wing. I guess we can't go right wing. We have to go left wing. Dang game forced me to go the way I don't want to go. I see how it is. I see how it is. Right wing, left wing. I prefer chicken wings. I mean, I would like a chicken wing.
The advantage is ours.
Here we go.
Leave it to me.
There.
Of course. Hi.
Yeah. Here.
My turn. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Bang, bang.
This castle has no shortage of strange foes. Perhaps they really are
Don't say it.
Here we go.
Ernestella, go.
Hi!
I see how it is, Dragon. I see how it is.
Right.
Left.
All right. There.
Okay.
Well, try it again.
Here we go.
Leave it to me. There.
My turn. Hey! Now!
Here.
Fall!
Oh, yeah.
What do you say we get moving?
Nothing slows you down, does it?
Let's go. You have the Poyo set on high? I don't know. I don't. I don't. Look, there's something over there. Seems to be some kind of pedestal. And there's some sort of orb sitting on it. I suspect this orb has the power to disable a barrier, so we can use it to leave the castle. I don't think so. Orbs like this function a bit like keys. Each only has the power to dispel its corresponding barrier. And I don't think this one is the one that goes with the barrier on the front door of the castle. Regardless, it seems we'll need to take it with us if we want to advance. Orb. Okay, we should be able to access another area of the castle. But you know, there's something else here I'm curious about. Wow, that's one huge door. That looks like the door underneath the old schoolhouse. I've had my eye on it ever since we entered this room. Doesn't it look like more like a little similar to the door on the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse? You're right. It looks a lot like the red door that giant armor was hidden behind. I seldom visit the castle, so I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you. There's always the possibility that the children might have gone inside. We should check it, just to be sure. It does seem like it wants to open. It seems as steadfast as the wall around it, if not more so. That's true. I can't sense any sign that the children might have gone inside either. We should probably move on and check somewhere else then. Makes you wonder though, how did a door like this come to be in Logengrin Castle to begin with? Even the patterns on it are like the ones on the old door in the old schoolhouse. Odd as it might seem, maybe they are connected somehow. We did theorize that the old schoolhouse may be connected to Emperor Dreikel's in some way. Saint Sandlot and Dreikel's foremost ally on close terms with him, and even before he became the Emperor. It's not implausible that there may have been a connection there. Well, whatever secrets this door may hold, it's a dead end right now. We should turn around and look somewhere else. Let's retrace our steps to the entrance hall of the castle. There should be a barrier somewhere that we can use this orb to disable. Let's be on our way then. Cardboard does not like Furbies. Nope. Treasure!
Yay, treasure!
Emma is going to be Emma's going to be throwing fireworks. Did someone say barrier? Why, yes. It still made noises. That would creep me out, cardboard. That would creep me out. Do I miss the chest messages? Yes, I do. I love the chest messages.
The advantage is ours.
My turn. The second form, Gale!
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Here.
Right.
Left.
Hey!
Take this.
I mean, the chest messages were so much fun.
My turn.
Jeff misses the chest messages because he cannot lower the RNG on Poyo anymore. Oh, I can lower it. I can just keep duplicating it. That's all.
Of course. Huh? We should keep going.
Not where I thought you were going with that one, Dragon, but it's okay. Death bonk, yes. Well, that should have disabled the barrier here. What an unusual mechanism. This castle seems to have an abundant supply of unusual things, to say nothing of those ghostly fiends prowling around. Eustace, don't say the G word. Well, at least we should be able to push farther into the castle now. There may be similar mechanisms elsewhere in the castle, so keep an eye out, everyone. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh shit, he's here. What's up, Lower D?
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Go. The second form, Gale.
All right.
I'm using Mr. Wind, thank you very much. Yeah, check his Discord name. Lower D.
There.
Of course. No escape. Yeah! You still have a lot of training to do.
Making progress.
Aster Flare. Magic attack, large, burn 30%, confuse 30%. Muddles an enemy's cognitive abilities with flame.
I'm awesome.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Go. The second form, Gale. Now's our chance, Emma.
Leave it to me. Yeah.
It's my turn.
Of course. Hey!
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
My turn.
Right. Huh? Evil will fall before my blade.
Look at Dawn. Look at that. Treasure! Oh, Sepith. Sepith. Glorious amounts of Sepith.
The advantage is ours.
Go!
I mean, we're all friendly here.
It's my turn.
Of course. Stop! Now!
Here!
Fall!
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. There!
Here we go!
Right. Hi!
Yeah. Yeah.
These status effects, honest to God.
We should be safe now.
A matter of course.
Show me his ID.
Is that a treasure chest?
Fire bell. So that prevents that half the delay after using a fire move. Got it. Got it. I understand. Thinking about trimming the beard down.
External corridor. We must be on the north side of the castle.
We've gone pretty far inside now. I hope the children are safe.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go.
Hold on, Shave. You want me to go babyface? Interesting.
Second form. Gale.
Maybe one day I will, Don. Maybe one day I will.
Of course. Huh?
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
Take this.
Yeah. We should be safe now.
Nice.
Skewers foes with great force. Unbalanced plus 20%. Sub goal for babyface.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
Oh yes, judgment. What the? What is this Skanda gem? Oh, interesting. Okay. Brings down judgment upon foes with lightning. The line, eh. What's up, Miranda? I would say it should be a community challenge point to get you to go full shave. Reverse mohawk. Neo, if the head goes, if the hair goes, it's going. It's all going. I'm relinquishing the bald. I got a nice bald spot started right there. So I can't go up, so I have to go down. Got it. Understood. What's out here? Oh. Break the thingy. Nope. Entrance hall. Okay. Interesting. So there's one on the other side. Got it. Okay. All right. Making progress. Going down a ladder.
Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand.
Nothing but trouble.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
All right.
Right.
Left.
Huh? Off guard.
Here.
Okay. Here.
Go.
One job, Emma. One job.
That's
Couldn't
that.
do it.
Let's keep moving.
Orb. Ladder. Shit, no, the eyebrows gotta stay. Eyebrows gotta stay. I look surprised all the time. Alright, you can stare at this door for a few minutes. I'm gonna take a quick washroom break and grab a drink. I'll be right back, folks. For those who weren't here earlier, I was talking about emotes. We should have our emotes, our new emotes, within the next day or two. So that's gonna be exciting. Exciting times. Chair Senpai has now taken over the stream 110 times. One day he'll share my secrets. Hey, those are... This isn't good. Protect the children! The great knight Julian will never forgive you if you hurt Carno. Goddess, please help us. Stand back. This is like FC all over again, the stealth saving the kids. Exactly. Thank goodness you're both safe. Oh, we're okay. More fiends. And they don't seem pleased that we robbed them of their quarry. We need to do this. Just don't let them near the children. Blow away, Lammy.
Winds, give us your blessing.
Fool!
Here we go! The second form, Gale!
It's my turn. Yeah.
All right. There.
Right.
Left.
Ha!
My turn! Okay, it's safe for now.
Is there anything you could take, cardboard? Or have you taken stuff already? All right. Looks like we took care of them. You're not hurt, are you? No, we're okay. That was so cool. You guys are all strong, so strong. Just like the Eisenritter from the old stories. Considering their predicament, they don't seem to be any worse for fear. Well, as long as they're both unharmed. Actually, I think both of you have something to say. Huh? Oh, right. Thanks for saving us. That's not what I meant. You stole a boat and entered property that is off limits to you without telling anyone where you were going. What do you think would have happened if we hadn't come looking for you? Who would have saved you? Do you have any idea how worried your parents and everyone else in town are about you? Laura. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you realize what you did wrong, I have nothing further to say on the matter. Oh. I admire your bravery, stepping forward to defend Carno like you did. But you're still young and inexperienced like I am. It's one thing to aspire to the qualities of a knight, but no good will come of rushing to that goal. Right. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming for us, everyone. Don't worry about it. Try to be a little less reckless in the future, would you? Eustace, are you actually embarrassed you got thanked by a kid? Hush, you imprudent brat. Well, we found them and they're safe. That's a huge relief. Now all that's left is finding a way out of this castle. Some aspirin if it helps a little. Well, hopefully it's better in the morning. Come to think of it, we couldn't even enter this room until we disabled the barrier. How did the two of you get inside? When we first came in here, everything was normal. We were on our way to the top floor. But as soon as we came in here, suddenly there was this pale haze everywhere. Then these strange circles appeared on the floor, on the door, and we couldn't open it anymore. We didn't know what to do. So you ended up locked in. There doesn't seem to be any other access to this room either. It seems as though if we want to leave, we'll have to deal with whatever's causing all of this. Surely there must be some way to disable that barrier on the front door. Hold on a moment. Emma? I can sense something coming from the top floor of the castle. A mysterious energy flowing out from there like a wellspring. What? You can sense something like that? Well, more or less, yes. That's about the only clue we have to go on right now. So we might as well go up and take a look around. Maybe it's me, but it almost feels like she's starting to be more forthcoming with her insights. But what about the children? We can't just leave them here. Better just take them with us then. There are enough of us that will be able to keep them safe. No telling what kind of danger we'll run into, but it makes sense to bring them along so we can keep an eye on them. What do you two think? Would you prefer to stay with us? Of course. I'd feel way safer with you guys. Very well then. Fine, fine. I suppose we'll take responsibility for your safety then. All right, let's head for the top floor then. Let's have ourselves a look at the source of that mysterious energy Emma was talking about. Let us be on our way then. I was expecting a smack, I won't lie. I was thinking the same thing, Cardboard.
Huh. There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Rakshasha? What is this? Attack / crafts cause speed not bad. Strength +10. Strength +30. That's a no-brainer then. We will give you that. And I will give you this. 969. Nice. Laura has engaged mom mode. It's super effective. I agree. I'm still trying to catch up on Zero, and my god, chapter 4 of Zero is just plot dump central, right, Zach? That's when the story starts getting like all uphill. Azure should be finished uploading by maybe Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So we're almost caught up with current VODs.
We have nothing to fear.
Go! The second form, Gale! Now's our chance!
I'll help.
Trophy!
My turn.
Azure I'm holding off on, trying to catch up on until I finish Zero. Not much connectivity besides return characters, but it's still a sequel, still a watch. Yeah, definitely.
It's my turn.
There! Go!
Nice miss.
It's my turn. Yeah.
My turn.
Punk.
Evil will fall before my blade.
We almost got that level 5 Master Quartz for Reen. Impede 2, impede 1, mind 3, EP 2, EP cut 2. She can use an action 3. Let's give her an action 3. No firebolt for each of them, no. No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. I don't remember this dungeon at all. I remember why we go here and the next big thing of this game, but not to remember Logengrin Castle. Logengrin Castle is definitely something. Okay, we will rest. We will rest. When we rest, we save. I wonder how Nihon does so well at making unique dungeons sometimes. Sky Trilogy has unique dungeons. Cold Steel probably has unique dungeons. I don't know for sure, given the size of Erebonia. I know Crossbell didn't have as many unique dungeons with it being smaller. Some Fort Azure Tree are the exceptions, being Final Dungeon. Yeah, like that's one thing I noticed with Crossbell was the dungeons weren't as unique or vast as what Sky's was. And of course, I can't comment on Cold Steel yet until we go through the games. Orb.
What is that?
It looks like the orbs we've come across before, but it's far larger. I have an uneasy
That one definitely
feeling
is.
about it.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge. It's kind of pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle. If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal.
All right, just leave it to me.
What? Hold on, Milliam.
It's not gonna do
Don't
it.
sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this. Let's smash this orb and get out of this creepy castle already.
You idiot, we have no idea what it might do.
Go, go, Lemmy! Ah!
Milliam!
Thought so.
What did I just say?
Are you all right?
I forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Wait, something's wrong.
Whoa! What's happening to it? I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone get back!
Ah, here we go. The music. The Immortal King. Nosferatu.
A bone-faced fiend?
A Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far. Julian, Carno, get behind us.
Ah!
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right. This one looks dangerous. Be careful!
Nope, definitely didn't need to tell them twice.
Go!
What do we have? We have those. I guess.
Okay. Rise, great towers! Lord of Marion! Rest in peace.
Leave it to me.
Shit, the cat! What's up, Richie? How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Totally not magic. No. She's definitely not magic. Cat. I wonder if she learned how to do that in Latin class too. Probably. Probably.
Arcus, activate. Yeah.
Of course.
No work in the morning for you. Nice.
Huh? My turn.
Can I delay you? No.
All right. Arcus, activate.
Here we go.
Too slow.
Enjoyed this area. It has the best dungeon music in my opinion. I've enjoyed the music in all the games so far.
Go.
Okay.
Space, Earth, Mirage.
Arcus, activate.
All right.
Well, aren't you an ass? Calling allies. Why do that?
Too slow. Take this.
Now.
Go. The second form. Gale. Now's our chance.
I'll help.
Darth Taco, what's up, buddy? How are you? Welcome in.
Leave it to me.
You took my character. Why you take my character? Oh,
Here we go.
that's probably why. I see how it is.
Yeah. Arcus, activate.
My turn.
Yeah.
It ate Laura, it did. Dang, Darth Taco. Oh, it released us. Nice.
Right.
Okay. So Richie, and anybody else who's coming in, I play my games completely blind. So I play them as they come out, as if they came out yesterday. So I would kindly ask No hints, tips, tricks, spoilers, foreshadowing of the like.
Now!
Here!
Go!
My turn.
Should probably heal her, yeah. That might be a good idea.
Arcus, activate.
Ha!
You have my things.
Probably.
Yeah.
Easy, we can just call it Ghostbusters. I love it. I love it. I appreciate you asking. Appreciate it.
Behold the might of the Arcade School!
I have like itchy streamer nose syndrome.
We should keep going.
What? The thing had over 20,000 HP. Look at that experience. That's amazing. What's up, Rosenlock? How are you? Oh, Zerum capsule. Oh, the crack of trails.
I did it.
I feel like I'm growing stronger.
Not bad.
Okay.
Nice.
That should suffice.
I did it!
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was...
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
What?
Watch out!
Ugh!
Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left.
Laura! Are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
Looks like I've got no choice.
Reen, no! If you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
What are you?
What?
The fuck?
Huh?
What was that? Ugh.
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb, too. It looked like a lance. But how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Yeah, and whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago. It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
That's impossible.
Interesting.
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
Interesting.
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared, too.
Is that because the orb was destroyed?
That would mean the lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
Cat.
I thought it might have been her, but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden.
Steel Maiden.
Still, we really are out of time.
Okay. Mental notes. Mental notes. No, it's not Iron Maiden Dawn. No, no. No. Luna Tsunami, welcome in. Enjoying the game so far. I've been loving it. Loving the series so far. We started with Sky in December and we've been going straight through. Absolutely loving it. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. There was a barrier. So Lloyd Bannings, yes, exactly. Long blonde hair, armor, a spear. Cane? Possible. No heavy rock music.
Drinks are on me someday.
Someday. Bruce Dickinson can fly. Not sure about his lance skill though. Okay, so we have the Lance Maiden, we have the Steel Maiden. Okay, I'm assuming the Steel Maiden would have been. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my hypotheses. I'm gonna leave them. Thank you for all you've done for us during our stay, Klaus. Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being more of service to you during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit. On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. And thanks to that wonderful, nutritious dinner after we returned from the castle so tired, I was able to sleep well too. Indeed. For all that happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad that the children were all right. It sounds like they got a real earful from their families, though. They deserved every minute. So, just what was it we witnessed yesterday? These kids can't drink yet. Non-alcoholic drinks. Non-alcoholic beverages. Yeah, I'm still mulling it over where that lance that saved our skins last night could have come from. I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid. There's no doubt in my mind that it was Saint Sandlot. She must have sensed our peril confronting that strange specter and chose to lend us a helping hand. Well, honestly, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else. Well, that's certainly true. It feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream. I think that of all of us, you have perhaps the least right to say that. Actually, one of the accounts of Saint Sandlot's death places it right around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon. So it doesn't seem all that implausible that her spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle. I've heard that account on Saint Sandlot's death before. Hold on a minute. If all that stuff about Saint Sandlot is true, then that doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday. But, well, I learned a lot about curses from my grandmother growing up. And working with barriers isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it. Really? Well, I suppose I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure I could say the same. I'll be sure to inform the Viscount of all that transpired here. In the meantime, you should be heading off to the next location you're to visit for your field study. I hope your journey is a safe and pleasant one. Thank you. Take care, Klaus. And give my regards to Father. The same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again. As do I. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own swordsmanship against you in the future. I wish you all the best. We still have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station. That sounds good. Let's be off then. So Jeff, summer or winter uniforms? Which looks better on our class 7? I do like the look of the winter uniforms, I will say that. I do like the look of the winter uniforms. Grandma taught you a lot about curses? I mean, it wasn't too bad. I like Emma's S-Craft, I will say that. I do like Emma's S-Craft. The red jackets, I do like them. I do. I don't have an issue with the belts, okay? I have no issues with the belts. That is all the lethargic Drake. That is all the lethargic Drake. I have no issues with the belts. Bum, bum, bum. Lady Laura, the 3 of us made lunch for you, so please take it. Soup? Thank you. I'm sure it'll be delicious. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, and we packed enough for your lady friends, too. Wait, what about us? You did muster up an admirable performance yesterday, I suppose. But don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close to Lady Laura. And lest you blithely forget, Take these as our helpful reminder. They're trying to kill them. I don't think I need the wind to clue me in on what they're implying. Must the putulent gaggle be annoying right to the very end? These three girls is like 60% of the reason I dislike this place. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Bum ba bum. Lassie dog. Lassie dog. Do 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 do. The rest is the layout outside of the city and the mobs in the castle, but everything else is great. I enjoyed it here, I gotta say. I did enjoy it here. Those roasted fry-ups look foreboding. We still have a little time before the next train leaves. What should we do? It might be best just to wait in the station until the train arrives. Yeah, let's go wait inside. We need to buy our tickets for the trip to Grelia Fortress too. Hey Eustace, wanna buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in then. Cat! Cat! Extremely normal cat. Yeah, it's just a talking cat, you know. Oh, I can see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Well, the forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. What are you looking at me for? Never mind. That's pretty great. You had this much fun on all your field studies? I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet. It looks like I must say farewell to Logengrin once again, for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already. I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense the social classes were keeping people apart. True. Seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time, too. You're all the more welcome in Logengrin anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return. After leaving Logengrin, we changed trains at Berehard Station and rode the Kreutzen main line north, heading toward Keldic. Celine would have the same voice actors as Elise if she wasn't a perfectly ordinary cat that definitely never talks. Cat. Cat. I still have my suspicions with Emma. I'm more and more inclined that she's more of a witch now. All right, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Keldic, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Gorelia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Gorelia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's something referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of the Calvard Republic. I've heard it's the ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premises. Weren't those the weapons that Gwen said he regretted reconstructing? Yeah, they're those 2 massive orbital cannons pointed towards the east at Calvard. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State. They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Wait, you've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yeah, Gramps took Claire, Lecter, and me to see them this one time. Those are the mightiest weapons wrought. Oh my God. Those are the mightiest weapons wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway. To consider what it means. He has a flair for the dramatic. I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Olivert. Guess the trade conference has kind of snuck up on us, huh? I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, and they have a huge theme park, right? That's what I've heard, though you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently, President Toa is going as part of the entourage to further her studies. Really? She never fails to impress. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the Academy. That's an Arc-en-Ciel reference. And Mashallah Wonderland. 9:30. All passengers disembarking here in Keldic, please exit. ... I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel on the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. How do I get to platform 9 3/4, Jeff? Wrong universe. What's going on here? All the security feels kind of ominous. It seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Claire!
Captain Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
She really is attached to Captain Claire. Yeah, almost like sisters. Hard to believe both of them are Ironbloods. At any rate, good day everyone. Let me thank you again for all of your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraph you mentioned? As in Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. Don't piss her Kingdra off. Don't piss her off her Kingdra, Jeff. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A special express train will momentarily be passing by platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so travelers on the platform are advised to exercise caution.
A special express train? It couldn't be. Ah, right on time. The red one, isn't it? Yep, it's the red one. Toa! And Prince Olivert. There's Toa. Prince Olivert. That was some mean stare. So that was the Eisengraph. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before. It's really fast. Pretty fancy inside too. The Eisengraph, or the Iron Count in the common parlance, was so titled in honor of Chancellor Osborne himself. Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Iron Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly, that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. I doubt he, of all people, sees any worth in titles or courage. Rain? Yeah? Is something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere. Still feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. I just happened to catch a glance of Toa and Prince Olivert on the train as it passed by. Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out. You must have ox eyes to be able to see them when the Eisengraph whooshed by so quickly. Nah, it was probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance, though. I could see them clearly, in detail. What was that just now? Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell.
We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crossbell State, now arriving on platform 2.
Here it comes. Yeah, looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. Let's go, go, go! Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There's the other group. Hey, there they are. Green, over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We saved you some seats. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course. Have a safe trip, everyone. Oh shit, there's Instructor Sarah. Whoa, ho, ho. Who's that classy looking babe? God, shouldn't have just stayed on the train. We've received word from Squad 8. No unusual movement has been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We've also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armored cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraph has finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbell City, have all squads switch to Phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? They will. I'm certain of it. She's certain. We got the whole family together now. How nice is that? I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of days too. Yeah. Though I find it kind of hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of the Lion Sandlot. That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear. Well, ghost or not, there was definitely someone there besides us. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Toval and the Radiant Blade Master went. It sounds like Duke Cayenne is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in Jirai Special Economic Zone, though I guess that makes sense seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government, not a noble. I seem to recall that was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right? Yeah. The Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. It seemed like a pretty lively place. And the revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the Imperial government's coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. Hardly a mystery why the reformists think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbell. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Now that you mention it, that does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Guerrilla Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about it when we get to the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you passed through Guerrilla Fortress by train before? Milliam was very quick. I see. Just us, huh? I can't wait to see everyone's first reaction. True. Why's that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. The camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep. It's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country. I look forward to the chance to see it in person then. Can you just imagine if we had to play Blade with everybody on our way? That would be crazy. Also fun. Also fun. Just having a nightmare that they would make you play Blade. The train carrying Class 7 continued its ride on the transcontinental line, heading toward the east. They passed through the Twin Dragons Bridge at Kreutzen Province Army Base, and several stations later, it was finally time to pass through Gorelia Fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbell State.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Gorelia Fortress. Gorelia Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at this station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by Imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in confiscation of your equipment or detention by the authorities.
Wow, that was sounded pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you really think that's the issue here? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here. What in Adios's name is that? That is the base. To advance the plot, please defeat Elliot in Blade 3 times in a row. Not happening. The reaction if you hate Blade. Oh, great. I actually enjoy Blade. Blade's actually really fun. It's one of the better mini games. I like Palm Party too, although we didn't really play much of it. The scale is just... This is Gorelia Fortress? This entire place is built from iron and concrete? Just how much money has the army dumped into building all of this? Yep. That was about the entertaining as I hoped. Not that I'm surprised. I thought the same thing when I first saw it. From the Crossbell side, all you can see is a cliff, though. Yeah, but those 2 railway guns still poke out through, though. Hey, instructor. What did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army, what comprises the military strength and forms its foundation, and what other place in the Empire has that on display as clearly as here. Just being ironic. Can totally see Dorothy get arrested for taking pictures here. Oh, definitely. And Neil trying to bail her out. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running it is a full-time job for more than the military's people. So it seems. It's almost like its own town here. On the other side of this fortress, it's more or less a straight shot to Crossbell City, right? I think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbell City is only about 30 minutes away by train. From the top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Oh.
Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Valestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7. Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Gorelia Fortress.
Lots of mirrors for these walls, yes. Shared universe is something, right? Right? So, I like how they went from instructor to you're in a base now, so, you know, formalities.
In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress. Now, if you'll follow me.
Stayed on the train, we would have been in Crossbell. Come back, train. We want to meet Crossbell Police Special Support Section. Fully 3D Crossbell in this engine would be crazy. Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Here? So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Gorelia's proving ground. The 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. Get some sleep, Cardboard. Get some sleep, rest up. Hopefully you feel better in the morning, sir. Lloyd busy fishing in the harbor district? That's true. We're going to watch a military exercise? The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. Night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend, the Major here, is their most promising young member? It's true. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all for me. It's currently 1150 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. I'd advise you all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. Look at that spread. So, this food. We have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from the soup. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. I do think it wouldn't have hurt to use a few more herbs or flavors in general. Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors that the food they serve in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd be all true. Huh. I didn't think the food they served in that mess hall at Zender Gate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This isn't exactly... This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably from the same batch, too, by the look of it. Really brings back memories. I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me here to eat here too. Huh? You guys really think it's bad? It really brings back memories for me too. At least there's some cheese and an apple. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. The ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can easily stockpile in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could be served without any trouble. Ah, so that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid decrease in morale from wartime rationing. Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement from the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day? So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war. Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter. Idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective into the mix here, the food the provincial armies serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if an actual war were to ever break out. Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Liberal serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberal's army is fairly elite, probably because the threat of being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that. Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life, you know. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say. You are what you eat. I could do with fewer of your filthy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valestein. Where's the poutine? I don't know. Anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Ground at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. They'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever we like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course. You're welcome to roam around as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. Oh, if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms. It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Alright. Talk to me, Chef. Chef Sly? Oh my lord. Is he sly about giving us food? All right. Where are we going? Motor pool, motor pool. Look at that jackpot. Looks like this is the fortress's airport. There might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. Do 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 do. Oh look. Crazy. Really is night and day. Yeah, hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong, you two? We were just talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. It seems like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. It has offices, an entertainment district, and all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go as far to say that they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I go that far. No? A little bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. It also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonian protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Complicated indeed. Seems like this is a hangar for tanks and armored cars. Kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I can go there after. Love how they're just engineers. I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many Axons lined up like this. The Reinford Company makes these, don't they? Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As far as I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of the point. They want to show off just how easily the Axons can dominate them. Well, if you don't get the chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day, I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. That's just like her. I'm not looking forward to this. You've never seen any military exercises before, right, Reen? Yeah, this will be my first time. I take it you have then? Yeah, my dad showed me one of the last time he brought me out here. Really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. Curious, curious, curious. Wow. Do they do that? Do they walk around in a circle, and as they pass by, they have to salute each other? I'm interested. I can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given that uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. I'm just about head over there. Gaius, are you okay? I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zender Gate. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zender Gate that I can hardly believe that this is the same military. Although, perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. This fortress is very definition of oversized. And that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. I imagine that the posturing is meant to show the Kreutzen provincial army that they could crush them on a whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Guess you can't see it from here after all. We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'll get mad if I get too close to them. What are you up to now, Milliam? You know that huge Orcus Tower where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view at that. Oh yeah, they mentioned it from the Imperial Chronicle on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? That'd be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? I wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck on some stupid field study. Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding the keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about during it. Most people are thinking it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zamoria. But I think it's really gonna end up being about who Crossbells belongs to. Ryzen, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. How are you? How are you enjoying? Have you finished Cold Steel 3 yet? Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am Jeff. And we're going through Cold Steel 1 for the first time. And we are at Gorelia Fortress in Chapter 5. What's up, Liz? How are you? Beat the prologue for Cold Steel 4, so yes, nice. Hope your stream went well. Hope you've been enjoying it. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbell to become part of Erebonia. Seriously? Prince is going to be there too, so he'll probably just try to shake everybody up a bit. Unbelievable. I was there too, though, so here's hoping things go well. Been a busy week, ready for the weekend. Excuse me. I am also ready for the weekend, Liz. I'm definitely ready for it. I can't go that way. It's good. It's trails. I have no counter argument. I really don't. All right, we're finally at Gorelia. Yeah, I thought we were going to make it here earlier, but then we ended up having to go to Logengrin Castle. So that was interesting. That had an interesting cutscene. I will say that. I will say that. Means nothing to the people that didn't play Crossbell, poor guys. I mean, sure. Containers? That's interesting. Series is a lot better in order, yeah. You get a lot more, They poke a lot of little subtle hints and everything there, and that's what I like about it. Like, we just had one where they talked about Archon CL, and that was really good. So the command area is next. Nope, we're good. We are good. We are good. Do-do-do-do. Motor pool. Okay, we'll start down here, I guess. Oh yeah, Tobal gave me a call about what happened in Logengrin. So you had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits. Yeah, Tobal looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him too. You know anything about them? Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name of Ouroboros. Freaking campy. They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than the most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundation of the entire nation states. And these are the people who made those monsters. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters, like the one you guys fought, archaisms. And lately, it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days, all over the Empire and beyond. Wow, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance that they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind, at least. Right, I'll be sure to let the others know too. Always funny how everyone knows Ouroboros except the main characters, right? Who do you mean? Just talk to myself. Anyway, you just focus on your field study right now. Between this fortress and the training exercise you'll be observing this afternoon, you'll have a front row seat to see what military is all about. Understood, instructor. Fine. Oh, look, it's Emma. Pay attention to this one, I guess. Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. It made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Green? Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that has been bugging me lately, ever since we arrived in Logengrin. I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it at all. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. Possessed? Yikes. That's kind of an unsettling thought. Hey, it is, isn't it? I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Keldic. The fortress is so vast, I could see myself getting lost if I'm not careful. I'm glad I didn't bring her along. Oh, what is it? Oh dear. Oh dear. What are you sipping for, dragon? Okay. This way. I heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy, if he's going around training all the soldiers in places this massive. Indeed, I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied, though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. Soldiers here seem pretty well trained. Pretty well equipped, too. Like you'd expect for the Empire's biggest fortress. You need to put in some serious prep time if you want to topple it. B? I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of the soldiers. Old habits, I heard. Good old Fee. The barracks. I guess I can't go in. They won't let me in the barracks. Fine. She's great. I mean, she's growing on me. I'll say that. That's as much as I'll say. So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress? Yes, sir. Wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's... This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Gorelia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts that you'd be able to endure the military's training regime. A regimen with physique like that. You sure you're training them properly, Major? My apologies, sir. Though I hear the Academy has a former bracer as their combat instructor. They must really be scraping bottom. I've heard of the Purple Lightning before, of course, but a bracer is still a bracer. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Thors isn't what it used to be. Well, no surprises here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for a stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Gorelia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well, I'll take my leave here, as I have business to attend to. Yeah, he needs to punch him. Phew, he's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defenses fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course. Good luck with your work, instructor. I'll see you later then.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. I think we should enter the command center and start. No. 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 I'm missing somewhere. Am I missing somewhere? I don't think I'm missing somewhere. Let's annihilate crossbow. Give in to your anger. No, I will not go to the dark side. No. See, we made it. What was the R&D of Logengrin? No.
This bulletin is to inform all Thor students that preparations for today's military exercise are now complete. Please assemble in the hangar immediately. Your transport is standing by. I repeat.
That's Instructor Neidhart. Time must have passed more quickly than I thought. I suppose I should start making my way toward the hangar. Maybe I'll run into the others on my way. The end of Logengrin. I thought it was very fitting. We boarded the armored cars and set off toward the proving grounds. You shall be Darth Stabius. I don't know. I don't know. What was at the end of Logengrin was the question I was trying to ask. There was a cat, and there was the Steel Maiden thing, and yeah, a big orb that tried to kill us. Fun times. The inside of the armored cars was narrowed and cramped, and the smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. Cars shook and rattled all over the uneven ground, tumbling us around like an iron coffin on wheels. Eventually, after enduring 10 minutes of jaw-rattling travel, unable to even peek outside at the scenery, we finally arrived at Grellia Fortress's military proving grounds. Bum, 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 bum. Cayenne pepper. Cayenne is great. Wow, axe and main battle tanks. There are plenty of older model tanks out there too. It even looks like they have an airships here. Oh yeah, like the ones we saw in Nord. Welcome. Oh? So that's Elliot's dad. I don't see the family resemblance. Looks like the hair made the jump from father to son, though. Definitely the hair. Reporting, Lieutenant General. Very good, Neidhart. An instructor of Valestein, I believe. Pleased to meet you. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lieutenant General Craig. Allow me to extend my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us for the Academy's curriculum today. Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions in the Imperial Army after all. Besides, I owe a lot to old General Van Dyke. Ah, and these must be... What a piercing stare. So this is Craig the Red. Elliot, my boy, it's good to see you again. Huh? Okay, I did not expect that. It must be half a year now since I last saw you. How have you been? It's a sharp-looking uniform you've got too. I've seen the photos, but it looks even better on you in person. Dad, come on. You've still got a long way to go if you want to put on some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll stay my little cherub forever. But you're a man of Erebonia, and the men of the Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. It was for your own good as a man that I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy. Dad, can't breathe. I feel like everything I've been told about him was a lie. There do seem to be some differences from the stories. You kidding me? He seems like a cool guy. What a delightful commanding officer you have, Major. Words fail me. Dad, knock it off. I'll tell Fiona. Moving right along. He backed off quick. Fiona must own him. I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I've been entrusted with the role of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. You've got one heck of a dad, Elliot. Believe me, I feel it in the bones. Now, let me give you a brief rundown of what will be happening. This exercise will consist of simulated battle conducted by 2 of our armored divisions. Armored regiments at the formation center, infantry, armored cars, and airships will work in tandem, using their maneuverability to the fullest to obliterate the targets. As the targets today will be using previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but they've been only been armed with paint bullets. However, all other regiments taking part in today's exercise have been equipped with live ammunition. So you intend to actually destroy the other tanks. It would hardly be a live fire exercise if we didn't. The current time is 1400 hours, right on schedule. Well, now begin today's joint military exercise. Armored Divisions 4 and 5 commence combat operations. Glory to the Empire and Imperial Army. Begin. Fifth Armored Division, Armored Regiment will advance first. Armored Car Regiment and Infantry Regiment follow their lead. 4th Armored Division, Armored Regiment and Infantry Regiment advance together. Armored Car Regiment deploy to the left and right. I feel like they could probably make a good tactical game from this. I think so too. Meeting Elliot's father surprises almost everyone. Yeah, he just turns on the nick of a dime. Crazy. Wow. It's certainly potent. So this is the kind of firepower it takes to fight a modern war. You said those tanks are called Axons? Yeah, they're a type of main battle tank the Reinford Company developed 2 years ago. I've seen the spec sheets, but seeing their power firsthand tells you what numbers and decimal points don't. They might be the strongest heavy tanks on the continent. And the Imperial Army's got a couple hundred of those in the wings, huh? That's kind of crazy. You try fighting these things head on and you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nation as it is for others. I just can't get used to this. Just the sound of the artillery firing is enough to make me start ass shaking. I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns and warfare ever stopped bothering you, I'd be worried. Green? I guess this is another kind of strength. Yeah, Crow don't care. He's like, I'm wearing my winter jacket. But in saying that too, Don, like, Toa wears hers. Thus, the military exercise came to an end. The 4th Armored Division, led by Lieutenant General Craig, withdrew to an encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to the fortress, where Major Neidhart outlined the results of the training exercise. After that, oh, we haven't reached prologue yet. The game hasn't started. We haven't finished the prologue. I'll wear my Crocs in winter. I probably wear shorts in the winter. That was an exception because she's a towable. It's Toa Thursday. Sorry you had to wait for us to finish. Don't worry about it. We're the guests here after all. Thanks for your consideration. At the very least, I'd say dinner's a million times better than lunch was. I mean, it's hash beef day. That's an Imperial Army tradition, isn't it? Oh, just the smells make me hungry. Oh yeah, where'd your instructor go? She's a real looker. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her. She went to see the fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart. She did ask us to eat without her tonight. Ah, right. Well, if she's with Major Neidhart, it's hard to compete with those guys from the 4th Armored Division. It'd be enough if they just had Craig the Red, but they've got the Major too. He's kind of scary. Like a division of muscle men. Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tied up any longer. Your hash beef's gonna get cold. See you tomorrow, guys. Imagine if there was an RPG where you get 80 hours in and they finally see chapter 1. That would be amazing. As long as the story and everything was good. Wow, it's actually delicious. It's like night and day compared to what we had for lunch. You're telling me. Come on, guys. What's with all the gloomy faces? You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy of an outlook? What were you expecting to see out there? I'm not sure. I'm sure you can understand at least a little of how we feel. It's like, has everything we've learned in our time at the academy been for nothing? Academics, the arts, individual skill in combat, none of those matter in the slightest in real warfare, do they? It's true. If all you're looking for, oh my god, if all you're looking to do is fight a war, you don't need any of those. All you'd need is plenty of troops at your command, the latest weaponry, and overwhelming power. Assuming you know the tactics to use them well and a strategy that employs them effectively, I suppose. The Axons are even more powerful than I was expecting them to be too. I remember my mother boasting about their capabilities when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but to be honest, I'm feeling somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on a battlefield with weapons like those at the front lines. Well, I don't think that means individual combat skills doesn't matter at all. Still, I think maybe we've been misunderstanding something important all this time. What we saw in the military exercise today was power in its purest form. It has no morality of its own. It exists to bring about a result, regardless of the ideals and principles of those who wield it. That's true. In a sense, the same could be said of a sword and gun. And all the way up, all the way on up to something as huge as Garelia's railway guns too. I think I finally understand why they wanted us to watch that military exercise in the first place. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion. Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party. How does army food taste? Bland. Who wore the bandana better? Agate or Crow? Agate, probably. Although we haven't seen Agate in 3D, so you know. I just slammed my finger in a door, so that's my cue to go to bed. Have fun, Grelia. Jeff, good night. Ari Hard Trip, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Always appreciated. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Instructor Sarah? So you spoke with the commander? Sure did. I've got an up-to-date info on the trade conference too, as well as all the latest on the terrorists. So there's new information about the Imperial Liberation Front. Anyway, before I get to that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you're scheduled to participate in the Imperial Army's physical fitness training. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture where I'll bring you up to speed on that info I just mentioned. After that, you'll be granted special permission to view the railway guns. I see. Looking forward to that. Sounds like we got a pretty packed schedule. I sure hope nothing goes wrong at that trade conference. Chris, I'm not too sure. I think we're gonna be just fine though. Like what can possibly happen? Well, we did bring you all the way out here, so we might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of a military, whether that military is large or small. Aurelia Fortress just happens to have that power in a very striking, easy to understand form. As students of a military academy, you have an obligation to know that scale of power. The Empire of Erebonia wields at present a power you might one day be in charge of yourselves. What? Anyway, even a meeting that long couldn't keep me away from trying with the famous hash beef rice. I've heard it's the only decent food they have around here, so I've been looking forward to this all day. We should probably finish eating. Yeah, though it's gotten a bit cold now. Maybe I'll go for ass for seconds. Oh, use this. If you don't want the rest of yours, can I have it? I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. Wow, Eustace. Wow, Eustace. Right? Letting the child starve. Like, well, why would you do that? Why? Okay, that should do it. All right, that covers today's quota. Phew. Looking forward to that nice long bath. Well, you know how every time there's a military exercise coming up, the workload gets pretty crazy like this. Still, at least managing inventory has gotten a lot easier thanks to the orbital net. We got everything hooked up on the network over in Crossbell, right? Wish the Empire would get on that a bit more. The utility. Well, from the sound of it, you need special equipment to send signals through a wired connection to make use of it. And considering the size of the Empire, it's probably going to be quite a while before it's a widespread thing here. Huh? An orb mail. Looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you've got to be kidding. This right here is the problem with the orbital net. There's no such thing as off hours when they just send you orders round the clock. Huh. What's going on? Look at this. They're planning on doing some extra exercises tomorrow. That means we gotta outfit 20 Axons with C units by tomorrow. 20! Seriously? Might as well start up another pot of coffee. We're in for an all-nighter for sure. Do we even have that many C units left? Actually, another lot came by freight just this evening. Exactly 20, if you can believe it. Guess we'll just have to get it done. Crap. At least let us take a shower. I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and grab some snacks. You want anything? You got baths in the military? I mean, they have a shower, and the military shower is basically just shampoo and just wash yourself. Should have said showers then. I agree. Crossbell stateside. Ah, yes. At last, after what seemed like enough adventure to fill a week, we reached the final day of our field study. Over in Crossbell State, they were busy preparing for today's keynote session at the trade conference. We spent the morning running through the Imperial Army's physical fitness program alongside some of the soldiers. And after completing it, no easy task, I might add, we sat down to a lukewarm ruddocks of yesterday's lunch. That afternoon, during our special military science lecture, we were presented with a confidential report on the terrorists. The Imperial Liberation Front is in Crossbell? That's right. Or at least that's what the Intelligence Division believes. It looks like a known terrorist organization from the Calvi Republic has turned up in Crossbell too. The situation over there is pretty touch and go right now. Oh no. What are the authorities doing? Everything they can, naturally. However, operations are being handled solely by the Intelligence Division. They refuse to tell the Imperial Army anything, just that they have a trusted ally taking care of things. But who does the Intelligence Division trust? You've got to know something about this, right, Short Stack? Well, I do, but I can't really tell you anything. I guess it's not a breach of confidentiality to tell you. They're really a strong bunch, though. That's still a pretty vague. That is a hint for the Red Constellation, I would say. I've got a few ideas. Anyway, there's not much point in us worrying about that right now. The bigger issue is that our terrorists of the hour, the Imperial Liberation Front, are a bigger crew than we thought. Big enough to be in possession of a state-of-the-art military airship, at least. Seriously? An airship? Can we assume Reinford's the manufacturer then? Correct. Just how something that large found its way into the hands of insurgents is currently unknown, but it seems to be a high-speed model, different from the heavily armored types favored by the Imperial Army. I bet it's from the RF-26 series. There are a number of different models within that series, though. But if they have an airship, that means they're going to be a whole lot more difficult to catch, doesn't it? That's exactly what it means. It's basically impossible to keep tabs on them as it is. With an airship in their possession, there's no telling when or where they'll pop up next. That's quite worrying, especially since Prince Oliver is attending the conference. And Toa's in Crossbell right now too. Yeah. Damn. Now you've got me worrying. Aw, take it easy. I don't think you have anything to worry about with Gramps and Lecter over there. Well, that aside, if the terrorists' attention is currently focused on Crossbell, does that mean the Empire is effectively safe right now? You raise a good point, Laura. They did target Princess Alphen during the summer festival last month. It's possible it's just a feint. Maybe they just want us to believe they're targeting the Chancellor. The railway military police thought so, too, which is why they've increased security level here at home. The Emperor and everyone else connected to the Imperial family should be safe. They've also beefed up security anywhere that seems short-handed. As well prepared as ever, I see. At any rate, you've finally uncovered some information on the terrorists' identities, correct? That's right, though once again, we have the Intelligence Division to thank for that. If you turn your attention to the screen, please. I know that face. Gee. That's the man who kidnapped Princess Alphen and Elise in Heimdall. Not to mention he tried to start a war with Calvard in Nord Highlands. So who is he? His full name is Michael Gideon. He used to be an assistant professor at the Imperial Academy in Heimdall. That man? A teacher? So an academic. Right, his focus was political philosophy. 3 years ago, he was dismissed from this position due to his intense criticism of Chancellor Osborne's hardline policies. Oh. So getting laid off set him on the road of terrorism. Well, it sounds like the actual reason he was let go was because he was handing out tracts and flyers in public. You'll find these kind of idealists at the heart of most terrorist groups, though. In seating a group with their core ideology, they twist it to be even more militant and radical. You can't even reason with them either. Yeah, they just don't know when to give up. A mild-mannered academic being a villain in Trail's game? What? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Sounds like some other groups I know. So do we know anything about the others? We crossed paths with what I can only assume were 3 other key members last month in Heimdall. Yes, S, V, and C. It seems like they haven't been able to dig up much on those 3 yet. Their strongest lead right now is that V may have belonged to a Jaeger Corps. Interesting. He was toting around this machine gun that looked like it should have been mounted on a vehicle. Did he seem at all familiar to you, Fee? Not really. They're working on narrowing down the identity of S too, but it's a bit early to make any informed statements. The real unknown is their leader, C. Ah, the one in the visored helmet. I heard he was able to go toe-to-toe with Reen, Laura, and Fee simultaneously. I almost find that hard to believe. I don't. I imagine there are plenty of people in the Empire who could do so. It goes without saying that the Radiant Blade Master could fend three of us off without much of a problem. But I'd bet a good mirror Instructor Sarah and Major Neidhart could do it too. I can't say for certain. Look at Mr. Modesty over there. The Major here is widely held to be one of the strongest up-and-coming officers in the entire army. I've heard people mention him right alongside Major Vander. Laying it on a little thick today, aren't we? Going by the family name, it seems safe to assume he's a practitioner of the Vander style of swordsmanship. No doubt a relative of Lieutenant General Vander from Zender Gate. While I would question whether I can stand on equal footing with him, Major Vander is unquestionably strong. He was my classmate during my military academy years and quite close to Prince Oliver as well. In fact, he's in Crossbell right now, serving as the prince's bodyguard. Whoa. Well, that's reassuring to know. But getting back to the point, it's not just C. We still know very little about their group as a whole. Even their source of funding is a mystery, so even if they're a no-show in Crossbell, I doubt we've heard the last of them. And call it coincidence or fate, but you've put the kibosh on their schemes twice now. It's entirely possible they'll come to hold a personal grudge against you, so be careful. Right. Yeah, we'll be sure to keep that in mind. Eventually, the afternoon's series of special lectures came to an end, and it was finally time to get a peek at Corellia Fortress's infamous railway guns. Oh, are we at the prologue? You'll now be shown to the area where the railway guns are housed. All of what you're about to see is highly classified. I presume you're aware of the protocol surrounding confidential intel? Yes, instructor. I'm getting kind of nervous. Me too. Guys, it's just the railway guns. I've seen them before. They're nothing to get all excited over. Now, Ryan, this part of the field study isn't mandatory for you. If you'd like to stay here and wait for us, that'd be more than okay. Jeez, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the only one left behind. Honestly. Excuse me a moment. This is Neidhart speaking. Yes, hello, Commander Walter. Wait, Mueller wants to speak with me? Of course, put him through. What could you be possibly calling about this at a time like this? What? Oh shit, it's going down! What's happening? Huh. Is he taking a call from someone outside the fortress on his Arcus? Sure looks that way. Understood. We'll be on alert here as well. Yes, right. Take care out there. Did something happen in Crossbell? I'm afraid so. A short while ago, the skyscraper where the conference is taking place came under attack by the Imperial Liberation Front. The attack was carried out via airship. Fortunately, they were able to repel the terrorists, and Princess Oliver, Chancellor Osborne, and the others are unharmed. However, it's too early to tell if the danger has truly passed. They really did attack the conference. How foolish. That's not all, is it? Something else strange happened. What was it? The terrorists were somehow able to gain access to the orbital net and manipulate the shutters that partition the building. Furthermore, they had with them a force of mechanical monsters. I don't like the sound of that. You found something like that in Legram, right? Yeah, we ran into one on the highway there. And they broke it into the orbital net? Major, how much of Corellia Fortress is connected to the network? At present, it's only used for inventory and equipment management by the maintenance staff. Oh, what was that? A tremor? It came from right below us. Below? The hangar! Well, what the hell? The Axons. What happened here? They just started moving. No one's inside. Just started moving on their own. Did the C units start malfunctioning? No, they couldn't have. What's a C unit? It's an automatic control unit we put on the vehicles that are going to serve as targets in the military exercises. How did C units end up attached to the most advanced tanks? This is really bad. I'm going to assess the situation. I need you here to help fight the fires and assist the injured maintenance staff. Yes, sir. Please be careful out there. Maybe you shouldn't give tanks autopilot. No. This is crazy. Hold on a minute. Are automatic control systems really capable of that level of advanced maneuvering? No, they're definitely not. Our current technology is capable of anything isn't capable of nearly anything this advanced. But if you were to apply the tech used in the archisms, it suddenly becomes a whole lot more possible. Instructor, are you saying that the society might be involved in this? I'd say it's looking more likely by the minute. What are they? Isn't the proving ground we visited yesterday out that way? What are they planning? What in Adios' name is going on here? Why are unmanned tanks roving around blasting the hell out of the base on their own? Well, it seems that last night headquarters sent an order to the engineers to fit those tanks with C units. Preposterous. I gave no such order. But never mind that. Right now we need to focus on extinguishing the fires and quelling the confusion. And send a request for assistance to the 4th Armored Division. What should we do? I can't see us being able to catch up with them without a horse at the very least. But what's their goal? What are they trying to accomplish here? Whatever it is, they definitely have some kind of game plan. We can't just stand aside and do nothing. Leave this to us. Isn't that... Dad? Aw, shit. He knows he's a strong dude when he's just standing on a tank with his arms folded. General? HQ's apprised me of the situation. Leave those rogue tanks to us. We can't rule out the possibility that they're a diversion. I want you all to stay here. Understood, sir. Thank you, General. Be careful, Dad. You too, Elliot. 4th Armored Division, advance. Take out those out-of-control tanks by any means necessary. Our opponents are unmanned. There's no need to hold back. Yes, General. Wow, your dad's really something else, Elliot. I admit, he is pretty cool when he takes charge like that. Well, it seems we no longer need to worry about those tanks, at least. So, what are they after? That's the question of the hour, isn't it? We can't let our guard down just yet. Might I suggest we fall back to the fortress, Major? A prudent move, after we assess the level of damage inside. Hey, aren't those... What in the... Hi. The Imperial Liberation Front. Whoa, there's 2 of them. There's no way we could have known they had another force lying in wait.
Hi!
The hangar. That timing on Elise's dialogue, right?
Do they seriously think they could breach an impregnable fortress?
They're just terrorists! Wipe them out! Right back at you.
Oh shit, he's there. It's kind of ironic you uploaded the attack on Orcus Tower today with this happening. I don't know a thing. But that is
Let's get
absolutely
this party
incredible.
Started, then. We're headed straight for the left railway gun. If anyone gets in our way, fill them full of holes. Yeah.
B has come too. Yes.
What's the Imperial Liberation Front doing here?
What's up, Neil?
I thought they were in Crossbell.
Well, that is the main attraction.
Yeah, this is a blind playthrough, so I never knew this was going to happen. I don't know what I said. I think I said V. V.
They sure didn't put up much of a fight, did they?
We just know them as letters, Zach. We just know them as V, S, G, and C. Well, we know G is Gideon, but that's it. We don't know anybody else. I'm here for a little bit and sleep. Gonna get up in the AM for coffee run and chat. Yep, pretty much. Yep.
Our mission is to support Comrade G over in Crossbell. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful fireworks,
Appreciate it, Zach.
Shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. They're going for both the left and the right wings. Shit. The railway guns they're after? No. Are they gonna fire them at the trade conference where the Chancellor is? If a shot from one of the railway guns hit that building, it'd blow the place to smithereens. So that's what they're after. The situation has escalated far beyond the scope of your field study. I want you all to stand by here. No way. We can't just stand idle while these insurgents run amok. If you won't take us with you, then we'll take action ourselves. Look, time's one luxury we don't have. I think it's best to have them help us. Listen up. We're going back into the fortress. Group A and B, you're with me. Let's do this. I get everybody. Everybody. Beginning of the game, right? We're just about to start we're just about to go through the prologue.
It's no use. We can't even scratch them. What's happening? Who's in control of those things?
I have a question for you. Who do you think C is, or you don't have any info? I don't have that much info yet. I'll take a guess when I know more. Welcome to the prologue. Thank you.
Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division. We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig.
What's up, King Payne? Everybody. C's identity, I'm pure bullshit myself. I'll explain when the game reveals the identity. Sounds good. What did we do for these 18 days? I have no idea. Does this mean the 18 days were a lie? Wow.
This is awful.
Wow.
And here,
How terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right.
Yeah, I have
It
not
looks like the real
played tanks,
target was
right?
the railway guns all along.
Remember when Crow and Million doesn't exist? Yeah, at the beginning of the game.
Which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't. How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Huh, this does look kind of bad.
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Rean's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Right.
I'm not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Reen, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left.
Yes it is.
This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test.
Understood. Instructor Sarah has joined the party. I knew he voiced Liquid Snake Dawn, but I don't. He sounds so familiar. He sounds like a different character to me. I can't put my nose on or my tongue on it right now. So Zero and Cold Steel 1 so far have had a surpassing the prologue moment. Yes, I do believe. While she is assigned to the active battle party, the number of support members increased to 3. You can now use a burst link attack. That will be tomorrow, Gaming 5. An attack on all enemies performed by 2 link pairs, which consumes bravery points. You gain repeated assist attack. Okay, so basically we need 5 bravery points by the looks of it. And okay, yeah. So it's basically the same thing as the rush thing. Yeah. Can I take? Okay, that makes sense. We're finally back in the prologue, yes. We're finally back in the prologue. 4. Wind Elemental Master Quartz. Recover HP and EP through attacks and crafts. That's, you know, that's actually not bad. Actually not bad. If you go back and compare levels, we were level 40 when we started with this place. When we started the prologue, we were level 40. And we're level 49. All right, take care, Zach. Take care. Diablo and Pain. I like the name of the weapon. She has an evergreen. Okay, we're gonna do something with this later.